This video was made possible thanks to EA Game Changers. Well, hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. So as I mentioned in the previous video, I have early access to Paranormal Stuff Pack, and today we are creating a New Orleans townhouse. But let me take you through the process of how I ended up building an actual house for the first time in approximately 3 months, and then we'll talk about some specific points that I'm really proud of. So, last time I built a little paranormal investigators room thing. It had a seance table and it was very cluttered. I am really happy with the result. I really like all the details, but on the same time, I was so disappointed with myself. And let me tell you why. I think the pack is very colorful. Obviously, I don't like paranormal stuff or like witches and stuff like that. I don't play with occult in the game, supernatural. I don't do that. So my only goal was to, create something fun for the pack. That's always my goal. And even though I liked what I created, it really didn't showcase the style of the pack. It was fun, yes, but it didn't showcase how colorful the pack is. The new furniture, by the way, it comes with so many detailed furniture with little markings and everything. And the new couches and chairs are all so pretty. And none of those were used in the previous room build. What I mostly used was the creepy vibe, the dolls, and some other trinkets that came with the pack. So I was very disappointed. And on Saturday, on that video, I actually mentioned that we're going to have another speed build, which is going to be a spellcaster's house sort of thing. So I started working on that on Saturday noon. And I was so disappointed with myself. Not gonna lie to you, I was very disappointed that I honestly couldn't continue building. I started the exterior and I just hated it. I hated it so freaking much. My boyfriend saw how frustrated I was and he's like, "What is up?" So I tell him, I don't like what I'm creating. What's the problem? It doesn't showcase what the pack can do and it's just boring. I don't like it. I don't want to build that. But I don't know what to build. He asked me to explain what the pack was about. I tried telling him that about a seance and talking with the spirits and the ghosts and just, I don't know, to my mind it's like witches stuff. And I tell him that all I can think about when I say witches or stuff, what the pack is about, all I can think is Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Salem, which again doesn't do a great job showcasing what the pack style is. And he tells me, you know what, Salem isn't the only town that witches existed. Me being very confused, what do you mean? So he tells me, for example, in Originals, which is a TV show that I never watched, even though he really likes it, they live in New Orleans, and it's one of the biggest French districts with witches. Me still being very confused. What do you mean? And he goes to explain that blah, blah, blah. I don't know the stuff about witches. I don't even recall. So I thought, you know what? I don't have anything to lose. Let's just check out New Orleans. And turns out he was right. Do we tell him that? Of course not. And I searched the architecture of New Orleans, and again, guess what? It matches perfectly with the pack, perfectly. I saw the townhouse, and I'm like, yes, this is it. So I Google searched a lot about the architecture style, which is Creole. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there is a specific style of townhouses that uses specific building materials, and they are all so very colorful. But my goal wasn't really to create a very accurate architectural style. I got inspired from what I read. I Google searched a lot of inspiration for how the townhouses of that specific style that I cannot pronounce look like, and then I just created something of my own that I thought it looked very fun, and it did justice to the back. So the exterior uses a lot of palm trees, which I really like, and they are very colorful, a lot of orange plants and yellows. We did blues on the windows and the doors from Strangerville. I really wanted a more bright color, like for example the color of that couch, but that doesn't exist. And then I thought red, but I didn't like the fact that the red windows from Strangerville came with a beige, border. So we had to go with blue, even though for some reason when I see blue and white all I think is Greek islands. I just had to work around it, and I'm really happy with how the exterior ended up looking like. It has a little porch with a big veranda. Is that, it's not the correct word, but it has a little pretty space where you can sit outside, which I really liked, and apparently it exists in these architectural style builds. Creole? I don't know how to pronounce it. Again, I should have searched about that before, but it's too late. However, when I started thinking, okay, we're going to build this architecture style, the New Orleans townhouses, because again, I haven't done an actual house since October. I don't really do houses that much anymore. The last house that I did was a spellcaster's tower mansion thing, which it wasn't really a mansion, it was a 40 by 30 lot, which for some this is small. For me it seemed huge, and decorating, oh boy, it was a dread. I got so bored of it. So I was very scared going into that, and I thought, okay, let's do a starter house. That would be easier. It's a 20 by 15 lot, so I can't go that big, That failed really fast when the exterior ended up costing around 22K. Even the exterior isn't an actual starter house. So my next thought, before actually failing, was let's do it a limited pack build, because again, not everyone owns every single pack, and I don't even try to not use specific packs. I just go in the catalog and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. Is it from my first stuff pack that no one likes? Okay, cool, I'll use it. Is this plant from Journey to Peru and I haven't used any other thing from that pack? Okay, I'll use it. So I'm not mindful at all at what packs I use, and whenever someone comments, oh, I really like that, but I don't have the packs, it honestly hurts me. I get so sad. So I thought, you know what? Okay, we got it. It's not gonna be a starter, but you know what it's gonna be? This is gonna be a limited pack build. We're gonna use Island Living, we're gonna use Strangerville, and we're gonna use, of course, Paranormal Stuff Pack. Well, I think it's very clear at this point, 10 minutes in the video, that I really failed in that too. Cool. So what was left for me was to make this as funky as possible and as good looking as possible, since every other route has failed. And I struggled so much when it came to decorating interior. After I was done with the exterior, I was so proud of that. It was looking so pretty, so colorful. I was in love. I had to go into the interior, and I was like, okay, since we based the exterior on that Creole, I'm sorry, I'm butchering the word, I know, architecture style, let's do the interior the same. So I searched Creole interior, New Orleans townhouse interior, and they are so ugly. Oh my god, like the exterior is so colorful and fun, and the interior is like, ugh, why? It's so boring. It's all just beige and wood, and it's like, ugh, no. So I scrapped that idea so fast. And I decided to make the interior eclectic bohemian, which is more my style, at least the eclectic part, not the bohemian. And I am so happy with the interior. However, the interior alone took me 6 hours, which, let me remind you, this is a 20 by 15 house. Yes, okay. I just wanted to remind that. But I'm really, really happy with everything. Everything is so colorful, and I think this really showcases what the pack has to offer so well and how well it matches with other packs. And it's just, I really like it. Now, I don't know where anyone is going to place that, because we don't have a New Orleans town, even though you can kind of place it in Newcrest, no, in Willow Creek, but it will have to like surround it with other New Orleans houses, so whatever. I decided in this specific house to not use any paranormal stuff, so we don't have a seance table or a seance circle. We don't have like the fortune-telling ball, crystal ball, and it's just a very normal house, you know. Which, if you want to add any of that paranormal stuff, I think it can easily be added either in this room if you don't want a second sim, or a third sim, whatever, or you can do it as a basement. That was my first thought. Now let me tell you a bit about the stuff that I really liked. Even though we are way past those rooms, whatever, don't even think about it. The kitchen. I changed my mind on what color I want the counters so many times. It went from green to blue to black to white to back to green. And then I struggled so much with wallpapers, because obviously I wanted to use the new wallpapers. But these didn't really match with the kitchen because they have kind of like this old vibe to them, at least for me. So I had to use something else that was very colorful, and it wasn't that old looking as of the wallpapers from, I don't know, like, how is it called? Vampire Stuff Pack. So I had to use the banana leaf one, whatever. And then what I didn't like is I wanted the kitchen to not be as small as like 3 tiles, but I didn't want it to be 4 tiles wide. And I know this sounds stupid, it's like 1 tile, get over it. But if it was 4 tiles, then I wouldn't have enough room to create the dining room. And if it was 3 tiles, then it would feel too crowded. So what I did was I used the room dividers from City Living, and then I placed a paper, how is it called? Is it paper? No, it's not. It's the drawing, the white drawing from the bag, and I enlarged that. So it looks like it's a wallpaper sort of thing because it's white, but it's also colorful, and it works so well in that space. I'm really happy. Also, something else that I really liked about using this style and decorating this type of house, it has so many plants. It's a dream. I used so many freaking plants. It's unreal. Like, I saw a plant and I'm like, yes, use it. Is this corner free? Okay, let's fill it with plants. And I honestly think it really matches well with the exterior. And I'm so happy, so happy. And like you can see, even like what the master bedroom also has plants, because why not? Also, I decided to make this. I saw while Googling a lot of people in New Orleans, a specific townhouse that had flags and plants, and I'm like, okay, great. So I decided to make this an LGBTQ house plus a yes house. So we have a flag outside, and in every bathroom, we have a little nod to pride, which I love. I love when people, I don't know, like, how should I say it? You know, show their sexuality, and they are so proud of it openly and decorate their houses. and make a theme around it. It makes me so happy, like warms my heart. So really happy with that. And what else? Oh, something else that I liked and did was in the dining room. You can see we have 2 bookcases. They're from Strangerville, and they looked kind of too serious, but I really liked their height. So what I did was I made them into a corner bookcase, and when the 2 bookcases met each other, I kind of rotated a mirror and I placed it there. So it looks kind of like a cool dining buffet, I don't know, bookcase thing, and I really like it. What else? The bathrooms, really happy with both of those. I think they turned out great. I can't really think with anything else. The living room is very colorful, even though it's kind of basic, it doesn't have anything very unique. But yeah, this is everything. The build, as per usual, it's going to be available in the gallery when the pack releases, which on Tuesday. This build took me approximately 8 hours and 3 hours to edit, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm so proud of how colorful and fun everything is. Just so freaking proud. What else? I don't know if I'm going to create another room build, but on Tuesday we're going to have a fun, weirder, not actual house. It's gonna be another month till we create a house, probably. So yeah, this is all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll have an amazing day, and take care. Bye!